What's up, bud?
Fights, what's good?
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. You looking like Amish, bro.
Dude, it's
What's up, Kevin? I used to live by a dude named Ezekiel.
Yo, with those backyard workouts you're posting, it makes sense. You got a lot of land back there.
I live on 5. Yeah,
Jeez.
so it's, it ain't that New York price out in Ohio, bro.
You cut that yourself?
Hell no. Somebody just asked me this yesterday, actually. My mom came to my house for the first time. She goes, I know you hated cutting grass as a kid. You about to cut that? I said, Ma, I'd lose money if I cut this. Like, it's a numbers game for me. I'll pay somebody to cut that.
That's what my parents are moving, and they're getting a big yard. My dad was like, absolutely not. My cut.
Yeah, dude, there's no way I would waste 3 hours twice a week. No way.
I did landscaping for one summer in Martha's Vineyard, where it's like all
that's dope.
Big, nice houses. And it was fucking hell. It's nice, like, to get to see the view. Yeah. But just like edging the grass all along that shit, brutal.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't want to be a landscaper for no way. I delivered mulch with my kid. We did a baseball like thing where they raised money for their uniforms. We delivered like 80-pound bags of mulch for like 8 hours one day. Man, I forgot. It'd been a while since I've been a coal miner, bro. Like, I've been needing that easy life. I delivered mulch, and me and my son, he was beat. I said, dude, this is how, like, you ain't trying to do this the rest of your life, bro.
Dude, moving mulch for Little League? What happened to shaking cans outside a convenience store?
Bro, I'm telling you. It was cool, great experience, and they were frozen. It was snowing. I'm like, what am I doing
Seriously,
now,
man? That's the whole point of doing what you do for a living is to not do that shit.
But you know what was cool though? That was the first time, other than us doing little stuff around the house, that I could be like, yo, this is what it really feels like. Now I did work like this, but I was underground at the same time. Like, it was a good experience for him though. And yeah, man, it was legit. Kevin, what are you doing?
How old are your kids?
My oldest is 15. He's a freshman.
How once you make it big and make some cash and run some businesses and whatnot, how are you raising your kids so they're not spoiled?
Yeah, so that's real difficult, because it's so different than the way I grew up, right? Single parent household. Like, I grew up in a trailer, like we never had any money. So you're always aspiring to want more. And when you have more, which is weird because I wanted more for myself and my family, but then it's like,
but you have the perspective.
Correct. And they don't.
But you also can't blame them for not having the perspective because they never lived it. So
exactly. So the way that I try to do is my best. I'm leading by example, still with a work ethic of what it took to get here. They know dad's up at 3 a.m. They know I'm out here grinding in a different way than I don't even like to use that word, but out here working hard in a different way than, my family did. But I also got to experience that too. So I have those stories, but I think it's by action. And I think the biggest thing I want them to know is not only that they will now have better resources to be able to really go do what they love to do because they see me do it all the time, but they see how hard it is. But when my kid goes like, oh no, I want to wear my other Jordan ones. I'm like,
right, you motherfucker.
I'm like, I want your life when I'm your age, motherfucker. Like, come on.
Thin between wanting the best for them, but also not spoiling. But
it's real tough, man. And I think, especially with the opportunity of the internet and all these different things going on, we live in a different time. I had a job on the farm. I'm rubbing skull when I'm fucking 12 or 13, and then worked in a sawmill, and then worked as a miner, and had all of this where, dad works on the internet. And has a gym, and it's been successful. And I drop him off, to school in nice cars. Like, he don't understand, but I try to, I get twisted up, man. Motherfuckers, they don't respect, like, we're running hills and I'm yelling. I don't know if I'm proud of it, but I really, like, I'm not soft on my kids. Like, I'm after them if they need it. I'm the neighbor where they're like, that dude crazy? And I'm like, yo, this is dad time. Like, Ma, go back in the house. Like, so it's tough though.
Is there ever a time when you're doing the moving mulch where you're just like, look, I'm guessing the answer to this is no. But me, I'd be like, I'll just give you the fucking money. Like, I don't know how much money we need to raise, but like, I don't want to move any more mulch.
Well,
here's $200, go buy jerseys.
I think that I did that too, and I still had to move the mulch. But I'll tell you what I did do though. You'll like this. Is I would pick the pace up though, because I got the work in me. I did this stuff before. It's just been a while, right? My lower back's strong from all the lifting, so I'm the guy pulling the 80-pound bags of mulch off the pallet. So I'm trying to break motherfuckers during the process, bro. I'm the guy like giving it to my kid as fast as I can. Like, yeah, motherfucker, this is how it's supposed to be. Like, so I'm that dad that's a dickhead that's in shape, that's fucking going, and I kept it up all day, dude. I didn't want to let up on the gas.
Yo, you are, in my mind, you were officially the MJ of bodybuilding after that last video. That stogie in your mouth, 225, no problem, with a torn rotator cuff. I mean, I've been watching The Last Dance. That shot of Jordan when he was sitting in his locker, puffing a stogie, just gently swinging the bat, talking about like how he's unfazed by that loss. That was, I think, the best footage of the whole series, whole documentary. And I saw you puffing away doing that. I was like, this motherfucker, Cory.
Well, because I knew I'd send it to Patrick Schwarzenegger and he'd send it to his dad. Because, his dad had such a huge impact on me working with him and being able to learn from him. And that's how I really got on to cigars. When I would go to Arnold's house for Christmas, he had his like hand roller there, and same guy that makes cigars for Stallone. And they'd all be all these big ballers. Like, I didn't know any of this, like James Cameron, they're puffing cigars. I'm like, man, fuck, I need to start puffing me some cigars. And so it was one of those things where I really just, I drink on the weekends, which I think you guys are aware of now. I try to live a balance as crazy as I am, but I really do enjoy cigars. It's, it's something that it's like some boss shit, bro. And you see like people that operate like Arnold, and you're just like, he's on the campus at Facebook. It says no smoking. He's fucking smoking. He's like he just don't give a fuck, bro. And I love that.
Right.
Dude,
right.
You just so casually said you did Christmases at Arnold Schwarzenegger's house.
I was like, I didn't know it was like that, Cory. Jesus Christ.
It's kind of like that, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, so this year was amazing, right? So I went out a day early. Usually the thing is, most people live in town that go to his house for Christmas. I'm one of the only people that really travel in, me and a couple other people from Ohio. And so like I go in a day early, and I'm like, yo, can I catch a workout with you guys? I'm in a day early. Normally I got family stuff going on. I can't get there. So here I am, and this never gets old. I've done this multiple times. When you're going set for set with Arnold Schwarzenegger, like you're on like, he's older now, he's in his 70s. So we're not lifting crazy heavy, but we're doing a machine or something. And he's like waiting for his set. And then like, you're waiting for your, like, dude, it's like,
it's like coming.
And so, yeah, exactly. And so I'm doing this super set in the mirror, and I'm looking all veined out and crazy. And my dude I'm lifting with, he goes, well, I do this set like really intense, like Arnold's watching, probably because he's watching. And I was like, fucking mind blown, for a bodybuilder, that's like everything, dude. Come on.
Sure,
it's pretty cool.
So what? It's been, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. I don't know since we last talked. And I think things have gone just about as you'd expect. John has really ran with it. I have not quite done so just yet. But Feist is on a roll, man. He's jumping rope. He's hitting the gym. He's looking good, minus the Amishness. I mean,
you love that, didn't you?
I want to speak up for myself.
Quit churning butter.
The Amishness doesn't play on video. It plays better in person.
I feel that, bro.
You're in the wrong world for that, homie.
My mommy tells me I look good every day.
So good, bro. Yeah, you definitely with one of them hats, bro, and like a blue shirt, you would be.
I got one of the hats. Don't you worry.
So I'll give you guys my internet perspective since last time I've been here. You guys ready?
Yep.
So Fights is texting me. He's training 3 times a day. I think this motherfucker is about to like just start going shirtless on the podcast. Like that's what he's acting like, right? So that's my perception. And Kevin, I know you want to. Yes. Took you a little while to get the bands. You're getting your stuff together. And when we talk, though, the questions you were asking me weren't bullshit. They were around injuries. They were about real lifestyle type stuff. So here's the thing with me. Once again, I'm going to preach consistency. We keep talking. We just keep moving in the right direction. And eventually, everyone will get where they need to be. And that's what I'm trying to represent here is like, we're all going through a bunch of dumb shit right now, right? In different circumstances. But if that part's present in your life, I think it makes it better. And I think you're getting there, bro.
You have done what nobody has ever been able to do. And I know that I'm lucky because, you're very successful and I wouldn't have access to you if I didn't do this. So I know not everybody can do this, but and they just, you sign up with like a New York Sports Club personal trainer. And my whole point is that you have mastered the staying on top of me without bothering me. Because I don't need someone yelling in my face. I don't need someone talking shit. But you would just text me and be like, hey, just want to, how's it going? Like, did you do anything today? And a couple days I did, and many days I didn't. But just like having some accountability while not feeling like you're barking at me, for at least for me, and I'm sure there's plenty of people like me, that's huge, man. That's more important than anything that you can provide me.
Well, because my thing is like, look, I'm a really busy dude too, right? I've had businesses that have done well and been in positions where people did those things to me that I didn't appreciate, right? There's just that right amount of, I care about these guys. I'm creating a relationship with them. I know I can value, but they're not going to want to hear from me every day because I'm nuts, right? I already know that about myself. So I got to take it down to where it's a value of having a relationship long-term, which I believe can enrich people's lives. That's what my passion is, man. That's what I'm here to do. Honestly, I found it at a young age and I've been able to do it for a long time. And I can do it at the masses level. And, look, you guys have benefit. Like there's a lot of people that got motivated by hearing me here. And I'm really appreciative of it.
The nice thing with us is that the bar is on the floor. Like Kevin is like, well, I'm talking about it, so we're winning.
Yes.
There we go.
Here's the levels. Here's my levels. I talk about it. I have to buy things. I have to buy like clothes and sneakers. Then maybe I'll do it. So I got like levels to go, and I'm getting through them. I'm like starting that negative. I'm fine with it.
I've gotten to the point where my brother. He was listening to the last episode we did, and he like got up right away. He's like, I gotta go work out. So I've done I started the jump rope, and then I just started doing regular workouts because I didn't think I was ready for yours. And now I'm on week 2 of like the dumbbell shred, and the app is like my favorite thing. I get in bed at like night, and then I watch the workout I'll have to do for tomorrow. I just like lay in bed. I'm like, okay, all right. So this is what we're gonna do tomorrow. Today we got like dumbbell rows with a double twist. I know what's coming today, and I'm like, all right, I'm excited to do that. Let's go. We're gonna get in shape today.
That keeping the excitement's everything. Because here's the difference. Like a lot of people have friends that work out, right? Or they think their friend knows they can tell them what to do, but motherfuckers get bored, dude. And this is like not my hobby. This is my job. So my whole key is how can I creatively keep people engaged, get the results, and then continue to build the confidence in themselves. And so that's what I think about all day is that strategy and, what can I write that's article to keep people motivated? What kind of content can I do? Like, it's just like you guys do for the sports crew and lifestyle. I'm doing that for just exercise specific. You know what I'm saying? I love it. It's unbelievable.
And you're honestly so good. Cause I don't hate working out. I've always enjoyed working out. I've always said that I like working out. It's just getting there, which is hard for me, but I hate doing the same thing. I'll never go on a run because I don't want to go run for 20 minutes. I'll never go on a bike ride. It's like, I don't want to go bike ride for an hour. That's just stupid. But you're so good at I do cross rope, which is like a KFC radio sponsor, which gives you they do it's like 30 seconds jump rope, 40 seconds mountain climber, 30 seconds jump rope.
Interval stuff.
And then I do that in the morning and then your shit at night. And I'm like, this is exactly like the Cory G workouts are exactly what I need to have.
Cool. Thanks, man. That means a lot, man. Like I just know, especially right now, a lot of people looking at that. If they have 2 dumbbells, we talked about that. Some people only got 1, but if they got 2, they're like, all right, I know what to do with that the first week. But dude, we've been locked down for like 2 months straight.
Right. Yeah.
Like you need to be creative, or you're not going to do it.
It's been 2 months and it sounds like it might be several more. So
agreed.
We're getting to the point in quarantine where you're running out of excuses. You're running out of timeline. Like, oh, I'll do it when we go back. There's no end in sight. So you better just fucking start now.
Absolutely.
Well, I think you do so well too with the dumbbell shred. At least the dumbbell shred is the one I've been following. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually lucky. We have a pretty solid gym here. We have a squat rack, bench, and stuff like that. But the bench doesn't do incline. So I've been working out before I got on the Cory G thing. I hadn't done any incline stuff. And you teach someone how to make an incline with a couch cushion or some shit like that. You can make the other stuff that you just thought was impossible. Dude,
I saw dudes benching on a microwave. No lie. Some dude tagged me. He's benching on a fucking microwave. I was like, my dude, this is what I'm talking about. You're going to get the gains is coming. Even I pull the damn microwave down, throw a towel on it. I love that shit.
I saw a guy in the park. He was just lifting a fucking tree branch. Yeah. First of all, that can't be very heavy. But second of all, dude, it was like a stick.
But he's trying.
Yeah, he's doing something. Doing more than me, so I'm not talking shit. I was interested that you said you in that video that you tweeted at us, and I loved how you just fucking kill shot to that guy who was talking shit to you. I was like, is that supposed to be impressive? He's like, only because I tore my rotator cuff, didn't decide to have surgery, rehabbed it myself, got all the way back to 300 bench, and I'm just doing 225 like it's no problem. Other than that, not
smoking a stogie, motherfucker.
But I'm interested because I mean, my shoulder's a wreck, and I'm sure other people have dealt with it. How badly did you injure it? And like electing to not have surgery, is that something you would like recommend? Because mine was ruined and like had to have surgery, but I feel like looking back, if I didn't have to, I probably shouldn't have.
So here's what's interesting, right? So I ruptured my supraspinatus, which means it ripped off. What is
that?
That's one of your rotator cuffs. So you have 4, and it's one of the ones, and it basically, so I thought I had a partial for about 10 years. So a long time ago, I was doing a powerlifting meet, like 2010 roughly. And I had like the powerlifting suit on, whatever. I squat 700 pounds, and it was my left arm. The bar slid down my back a little bit with all that weight. And I think I partially tore it then. Cause in here, the way I look at it, when I compete, I'm there to hang it out. So if some shit happens, I'm cool with that over I am on a Tuesday on the gym just because I'm being a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm competitive. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm there to go to the hospital if I got to. But this was actually just, I thought I was getting ready to be done and the rack wasn't there and it slid down anyway. So I had a partial tear for like 10 years, but I think I got around it because I can do 35 pull-ups. I can do all these things were strong around it. Right. Mm-hmm. And then I was just, I'm always testing things like to John's example, like to try to create new things. And I was trying just 185 on incline, but I was using this bar that had these crazy grips. So it was like super wide. I had no business doing it with understanding my injury. I was like, I'll get a bigger pump if I do this, some real meathead shit. And I do 3 reps and boom, it just goes. And it wasn't anything dramatic, but I knew something was serious. My dude took the bar and I couldn't drive my car home. I couldn't do a push-up on my knees. See, that's where when I snapped back at that dude. So, and here's the craziest part about that. Lifting is my life. I mean, there's no question. Like I'm a fucking obsessed maniac, but I get to the point where I go see the surgeon and he's like, you're testing stronger than somebody that's ruptured it, but let's get the MRI. So it comes back. He's like, bro, he shows it to me. There's a gap like this and it looks white hot. He's like, it's gone, bro. And I'm like, well, fuck, what's that mean? He goes, well, here's the crazy thing. There's not really a handbook for guys like you. So could you get away with this if you don't get surgery? I really can't tell you. He said, but you might never, like, it's like a 10, 12 month down, like serious. And he said, here's the one that fucked me up though. I can only fix it for 12 weeks. After 12 weeks, I can't fix it ever. You're done. Like the decision. So that's what was weird. Cause not only is my hobby, it's my profession, is that the fact that I had to make a decision that will my shoulder fall apart when I'm 70 and I can't golf. You know what I mean? Like that was like heavy, bro.
Right.
Livelihood, hobby. I haven't missed more than a week's workout since I was 17.
Right.
Homie, like I couldn't even like understand 10 months. I'm like, you're talking what? Like I was like tripping. So that was probably so a couple things. Best thing that ever happened to me because my gratitude and appreciation, dude, I've competed and done crazy things with my body. I weighed 240, I weighed 165, powerlift. And that was the first real major injury I ever had in 20 years. So, so I had like a lot of gratitude for it, but I thought it was going to be taken away from me. And I really went out and saw all the smart people I knew and I believed in myself. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can fucking rehab this motherfucker on my own. So here's what I did. Signed up for a bodybuilding show. That's what I did the next week. And so
just the total fucking opposite.
I said, fuck the world. I'm doing this. I signed up for a bodybuilding show and I got so fucking shredded that I won. Now I won. We did the physique. I do the drug-free, drug-tested shows because I'm not, and I have weight classes and everything. But I did bodybuilding. I did the physique category. I win my pro card, which by the way was one of my goals, and I never reached before. I win my pro card in natural physique, and I was a little bit like kind of flat on I couldn't really do arms or shoulders the whole time, barely any chest. So I just had to go light, like 10 pounds, 8 pounds, like high reps, and just got fucking shredded. And then it just continued that process. And so, that's.
What do you think would have happened to you had you taken the surgery? Had you gone 10 months?
So
you think you become a couch guy?
So here's 2 things. One, it was my left arm. If it was my right arm and I could never throw with my kids, I would have got it done. To not be able to tell my 9-year-old I can't throw the baseball with him or football, because that's the motion. You literally can't do it. Like I couldn't throw with my left arm. It would kill me to throw something. So I was lucky that it wasn't that. So from a life standpoint, I would have had no choice. Like there's no way I could have not partaked in those actions as a dad, right? That's like some real talk. Here's what would have happened. I'd have been just now starting to lift again.
Shit.
And we would have been going through all of this. So not only from a businessman standpoint, but from like a mental standpoint, one, that would have been extremely challenging for me. I just know it because this is my life. And two, how could my business not suffer when I can't fucking train? I'm my best billboard. Like I'm a motivational motherfucker, but at the end of the day, like I lead by example. That's what my brand is. It always has been that way.
But also, I mean, I think that ended up being, I think if you're going to motivate, like injury is a part of this. And so now you have that relatability where it's like, you know, if someone says to you, you know, you never tore anything. You don't know anything about that. It's like, no, yes, I did. And you know, I went the unconventional route. I
mean, for a bodybuilding show.
Yeah, right. So you're basically telling me that doctor and everyone you spoke to was like, you're a freak. You don't need to get surgery. Like everyone else would need to get surgery, but you're in such good shape. You can go with plan B.
He said, yeah, I think it's because I understand. And look, I'm not all the way out the woods yet, but I was benching 320 at 181, which is nothing crazy, but that's what I did. And I just missed 300 the other day. Like I made 275. I just missed 300. That's with my mom, or not my mom, with my wife and my kids spotting me. Like it's not, you know, I'm taking it off. I'm out back. I'm smoking a stogie, like, you know, so, but I think that I was really optimistic because I understand how the body works from a standpoint, and not from like some like kinesiology. Like I'm not some academic cat, but I understand like where the bar needs to be, what needs to be. I knew that I needed a 3-to-1 ratio. I went and talked to this guy named Matt Wenning, super smart guy. He's like a world record hold power lifter and has a bunch of like, you know, credentials too. And he was like, look, the ratio is different from now on. You got to do a pull up, a row, and something rear delts before you're even able to press. So it's never, I can just go bench press anymore. I have to do things that's supported at such a level that I can be safe and actually try to do heavy weights. And you only got so many like hang yourself out to dry reps in your life. And I just don't have a lot of those left in bench press, I guess. I might on squat or deadlift, but you know, the ones that you're willing to go to the hospital, and I just have to be a little bit more strategic as a master's lifter now that I'm in my 40s. But
we were talking to Pat Oswalt the other day, and he was explaining, I think he had read Andre Agassi's autobiography. And Agassi was talking about like live in a match being like, okay, I forget who he was playing. He's like, I can beat this guy, but I know I don't have many of these like shots left. And he's like, to beat him, I will have to end my career. And Agassi did it. And he's like, I know to make this shot, like I'm going to tear this back here. And he did. And then they were both sitting in the hot ice tub after the match. And Agassi was like, that's it, I'm done. And like,
that's gotta be like a harrowing feeling, but like such a satisfying feeling, right? Like I did it forever. I did it until my last fucking breath. I won on my last match. And my work here is done. Like I did everything I could. I feel like that's gotta be the ultimate accomplishment.
You know what's so eerie about my final powerlifting meet, we'll say before I tore this, which I'll do more, but my final like one healthy was at my actual high school, 20 years after I've graduated, raising money for the weight room. And my grandparents and my grandfather, who's 93, who taught me how to lift weights, was there watching it. And to be honest with you, I will compete again because I'll get strong enough to be able to do it again. But if I never did, I'm okay. Because that was I'm deadlifting 545, weighing 180. My grandma's cheering for me at my high school, which by the way, when I said I was going to be a fucking lifter guy, people were like, are you fucking kidding me? 1997, like no one does that, you know? So to me, it was like kind of bittersweet anyhow. I think that's why I was at peace with it. Like, here's one thing about me. And I always urge people, like, my vibe is, dude, I'm giving everything I got. It might not be Mr. Olympia or world record, but I'm getting everything out of this body that's possible. And I had one small injury in my hip a long time ago, and I got through that. But this one was serious, and I'm proud of where I got back. That's when that motherfucker hit me up on Twitter. I don't usually, respond to clowns, but I'm like, man, fuck you, bro. Like, I'm excited because 225 looked like 100 pounds or like 20 pounds, and I got one less shoulder muscle.
Right. Fuck that, dude. Anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
You were talking about, obviously talking about your kids earlier, and you were just talking about how people kind of like, I don't know if laugh's the right word, but kind of dismissed you in high school with like, you're going to make money weightlifting kind of deal. Would you like a weightlifter and a coal miner, and that kind of has the connotation of someone who's like, you got to do it the old school way. Say your kids came back and they're like, I have this new thing I'm going to try. Would you support that? Would you be like, no, you got to grind. You got to do this.
I got that going on right now. So my kid, AG, my oldest, he's like a Fortnite maniac. He's got a whole nother alias where, I probably shouldn't blow him out, but he's got like he's got the whole thing going on with the videos, and he's on the team, and he's doing great. But, I look at it like this. I see the amount of screen.
That's like the polar opposite of you, right? Video games, sit on the couch, eyes bleeding to the TV.
100%. And that's the problem, right? But if I think back how obsessed I was about lifting and reading and lifting and like I did it for hours because I wanted to be great at it. Mm-hmm. So what I try to do is the dad in me goes, motherfucker, get outside. Like, and he's in the video. He was lifting with me that day, and he'll do that. And he's good at baseball too. But it's one of those things where I know that's what he's excelling at. He's got thousands and thousands of followers, and he's doing really good. So I try to be like, a dad in the now that understands social media, but also be like, yo, like I'm getting up at 3 to go work out and he's still up. I'm like, bro, I can't deal with this right now. Like you got to get it. I go to his room. He's like, I'm almost done. Motherfucker, you're done right now. Like, go to bed. So there's.
I mean, the other half of you is pretty modern with social media, the internet, podcast. So you understand the value of that. It's.
I do.
I always think about that. How hard that must be for like a dad, because like my dad's like a very business guy and like old school, like you want a job, go pound the pavement, bring your resume around kind of deal. Sure. And when I was like, I'm going to come start blogging, he's like, you're doing what? And he didn't discourage it. And he
didn't understand it though.
Yeah. But he was like, funny though, my dad was the total opposite. My brother was working in commercial real estate with him, and I never really did it. And then when my brother came over to Barstool, he like went to my dad and was kind of like, yo, man, like, I'm sorry. I think I'm like going to kind of bail on the family business. And he was like, are you fucking kidding me? Go
like, do it.
You can just podcast and hang out and talk about chicks and sports. Like, this real estate shit is for the birds, man. So it kind of can go both ways.
Yeah. I had a great talk with your brother, by the way, when we talked some diet that one time. It was really cool.
Oh, if you want to talk diet, he'll talk
he was fun.
Yeah.
Well, the diet that's the one spot where you're not gonna get me.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, we're getting those three time a day workouts though. We'll make it work.
The workouts I'll join 100%, but like I still drink every night, and I eat pretty well, but I still have like 2 or 3 drinks a night. Now I have not moved on. I'm just out of whiskey. But
moving on from whiskey and not having any, those are 2 very different things.
Like literally the moment we hang up, I'm gonna go do a liquor store.
That's amazing. I've moved on.
I have been doing martinis, like gin and vodka martinis, which
wow.
How I deal with like the diet aspect of it is I just don't look anything up, and we just like Venmo calories, like you don't really know. Yeah. And it's like, so like, I don't know how many calories are in a glass of whiskey or in a martini.
When you're drinking, you're just drinking, bro.
Right. So I'm like, I eat fairly healthy. I don't eat as much candy.
Yeah. You're not like me, man. I feel like you're always eating like grilled chicken and like normal.
When I eat meals, I eat healthy, but I'm a snacker. Right. And I'm a drinker. So it's almost like, right, I actually have likened it very much because my family's been like, you drink a lot of protein shakes. And I'm like, well, every time I exercise, I drink a protein shake.
There you go.
Because it's like a nightcap for your workout.
Yes.
And I like to have my nightcaps too.
Yeah, you do.
Speaking of that, me and the wifey was doing some Irish car bombs a couple weeks ago, man. And I was fucking like.
I haven't done a car bomb.
Wait. You're doing car bombs at home?
Yeah, bro, I got a pub in my basement. So I got Guinness. I got Guinness on tap, and I got Blue Moon on tap in my basement. So we were going straight Irish coffee. She drinks Guinness too. It's amazing. So we go to a pub and we're like, 2 pints of Guinness, or we went to Ireland and went to Guinness. It was amazing. So yeah, we're huge Guinness fans. So yeah, I'll drink me a couple pints, every Friday. But a couple Fridays ago, we're in quarantine. I went live. I started dropping Irish car bombs. Shit got fucking funny. And I got the music on. I mean, yeah,
How many Guinnesses do you have on like a regular Friday?
So on a regular Friday, probably like the low end would be 2, but the high would be 5. So, 5/16s would be on like my bender day, I guess you could say. That's pretty serious.
That's a good amount though. That's not like I have of Guinness. That's like
No, I usually chug the first 1 to 2 and then sip on the rest. I'm pretty serious. Like, hey, I've been giving it all week. I'm ready to get it on Friday.
I want to have a Cory G versus Feidelberg challenge. One week I live Cory G's life. One week you live my life.
Who would like go crazy and crack first? I don't know. I think
because he still works out. I think he'd be fine. But if you're taking care of my kids, bro, I don't know.
You got no shot there, bud.
Yeah, right, dude. I'd just be up playing fucking Fortnite. I'd crush it. I wouldn't be teaching good values, but I'd be a good dad for a week.
AG would probably like you better. You'd be battling him. That's fucking classic. That is a hard balance, though, is being a dad, being aware of social media, trying not to embarrass them too much, trying to support them. It's definitely a weird dynamic. A lot of the kids at the high school do my workouts and take the supplements. And, it's interesting. So I try to keep my distance as much as possible.
Listen, I don't think you're embarrassing them. Coming from a guy who is on a very regular basis, you being in good shape and working out is not embarrassing. Okay. Don't worry about that.
There's always that dynamic, though. You know how it goes.
I know what you mean, but you're very far from being an embarrassment. So don't ever think that.
My TikTok, I don't know. Sometimes
I was just about to say before we go, TikTok is for hot people. I could see like fancy workout routines and like workout accomplishments being playing very well on TikTok. Yep. So how is that career going?
Yeah. So, man, I was hot out the gate, bro. Went from 0 to 24,000 followers, a big mix of like women that are older, that are acting crazy, and a lot of young girls asking if I need a stepdaughter, which is a little strange. So it's been an interesting mix, but
dude, I don't even know how they're asking that, man. I spent enough time on the internet to not know what they mean specifically by that. I don't know if they want to hang out at your house or fucking hang out at your house.
Dude, it's real, bro. Like, there's some fucking hilarious comments that are like my daughter, like obviously she won't even accept my friend on TikTok. It's so good, dude. But I did a little, I'll throw some R&B in there every now and again. But at the end of the day, like it's actually my natural personality. So that's what I try to remember is anytime I do social media or any type of content, it's like I really just am myself. And I would be around the house acting a fool, dancing to old R&B or rap songs or whatever it is. Like that's how I am in real life. So it really isn't that big a difference for me. It's just that then if one goes viral, then your kids are kind of like, but to me, it really wasn't that much of a stretch, which is kind of funny, but it feels kind of natural.
Dude, if TikTok comes naturally to you, fucking run with it, because I would love to be in that camp. And it's just like, not me, but if I could be, I'd be all about it.
I always play the role like of when you do the content, just hit the button. Unless you're saying some shit that's like sideways, like if you're just doing it and you believe like that was your natural push to do that song or do that, I try not to overthink it, man. Or even like, I'll see the clips from what we do here, but I probably won't even I'm not going to go back and listen to every specific thing. Like I've just never been that way, bro. I'm a one take homie. Let's go and keep it moving.
I think that makes it easier too with like you said, you don't usually like snap on haters and stuff like that. I think it makes it easier if you're just like, it's just me. I know everyone's not going to like me. Because no one on the planet likes everyone. So it makes it like if you have this character that you've contrived, I feel like that hurts more to hear that's not liked because you're like, oh, I designed this for everyone to like, and people don't like it. Like me, it's like, look, I get it. Like if you tell me you don't like me, I fucking get it 100%. So it's not
same.
It's not as heartbreaking to hear. Like, all right, I get it. It's fine.
Especially not after 10 years of being online doing content. Like early on when I was just a personal trainer inside the gym and I only dealt with 15 or 20 people and I was always so positive. The first time somebody come at me online, I'm like, this motherfucker don't know me. Like I don't know. But the reality is you can't think that way. So once I understood kind of the whole dynamic of it. Yeah, I'm just, I just know I'm helping a heavy amount of people, and those people that are haters, they just don't want to partake in it. Whatever, they can move it on. It doesn't bother me too much.
That's the name of the game, brother.
I want to be like you guys.
What's that?
I want to be like you guys.
Don't say that.
It's pretty easy. Just stop doing everything you do.
You can, Cory. It's the easiest thing in the world, bro.
This guy, the fuck out of here. I seen your guys' studio when I came to the office. I see the work you guys put in. I got a lot of respect, and I love podcasting. It's a lot of fun, and the impact. And what I love about your guys' style of content is, man, a lot of people are having a lot of like trying times right now, and they can come to you guys and just really like laugh and enjoy themselves and go somewhere else for a little while. I think that's what Barstool offers for a lot of people, dude. You know, mine is still kind of making them feel bad about themselves sometimes because I'm like, get your shit together. But at the end of the day, it's in the same vein, just in a different area. But I don't know if you guys realize like how much, and you probably do, but like I've ran into some people around town that are huge fans of your guys. And like, they're just like, I've been listening to them for so long. And I just heard you on there randomly, Cory. That was so cool. And like, I can just go there and just really get like a break. You know what I'm saying? And laugh. And so kudos to you guys. It's all very needed right now. Believe me.
If you could tell someone as a kid, like, hey, when you grow up, you can possibly be someone's recess, you'd be like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Right. Bro, are you kidding me?
I'll take that. I'll be your fucking recess.
Dude, all day. And I get that a lot too, because as people start to build confidence through the programs and the things they're doing and just the belief systems that I'm preaching in my crazy ways, it does help change people over time. And I take a lot of pride in that, man, because that makes it all worth it, bro. I mean, that's why we do what we do. You know what I mean?
I'm very nervous about like once we're out of quarantine, because then it gets hard again. It's weird. Like, it's easy for me because we have like this gym here and stuff like that. You actually, because I'm gonna have to move in the fall, so you have me looking for a 2-bedroom apartment now instead of a 1-bedroom. So I'm like, I can't go back to a gym. Oh heavens, no! Like I've worked out for a month now. I've graduated from gyms. I need my own home gym.
There's a lot of people thinking like that because, and even me, I own a gym, but you know, policing it, opening it back up, and doing things the proper way, it's going to be tricky. I mean, and I miss it. Like I've been going to my own gym, you know, 5 times a week since I was 19 years old. It's weird, man.
Right. Well, I mean, you're doing your best, and I feel like everyone's, you know, following along with it, doing their best. So good on you. And let's keep like a regular update. Stay on.
Oh yeah, and I'll be texting you.
Yep. All right. I appreciate that, man.
You and your Amish friend. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Cory, man. Good talking about it.
All right, later.